Hi everyone, hope you're all having a wonderful week and managing to get some sewing time in. I'm here to show you some beautiful, absolutely breathtaking new designer and deadstock all the way from Italy, specifically from the Como region. So some beautiful fabrics to get through, lots of gorgeous prints. But before I do that, I need to say a huge thank you for the amazing response we had before Sunday night. We had our deluxe winter box launch, the Stevie Nicks themed Belladonna boxes, and I had so many people email me to say that they weren't quick enough, they missed out. We actually sold out in about 5 minutes, believe it or not. It's been probably the record time that we've had boxes sell out. Unfortunately, we were very short on numbers this time. We had a French designer box that was in limited numbers, and I did specify that I knew there'd be a lot of people really sad because so many Stevie Nicks fans out there. So if you managed to get one of them, congratulations, you did really well. I think people were sitting on that alarm clock timer ready to go bang bang and managed to get a box, but there are a lot of disappointed emails that I had coming through, so I am so sorry for those of you that missed out. So those boxes were sent out on Tuesday, so a lot of them have already arrived, and we've already had people email to say how thrilled they were. Next time we have a designer deluxe box, we will be having a lot more numbers because we know how much a lot of you love those 3 meter lengths of fabrics and having the designer element there. So we will make sure that that does not happen again. Our next one, of course, will be in November. It'll be a Christmassy kind of box or Christmas theme box. And then, of course, then again in January, we've got all those designer boxes already mapped out. So very exciting things coming up. And of course, for those of you who are waiting for the regular bespoke box that we have each month, the next one is not this Sunday, but the one after. I think it's the 18th. I will pop the details on the screen here. And of course, Ciao Bella, the beautiful Italian themed box will be Dolce Vita. We're having a kind of, think about black and white movies from the 60s, maybe Sophia Loren, sitting in a coffee shop, somewhere in Florence. So it's basically going to be, conjure up those kind of designery Italian style feel fabrics and maybe the elements to go with it. So I'll put some visuals up to kind of take you on a journey somewhere so you can kind of get a bit of an idea of the theme what we've gone for. So that one is our August box, and that will be launching not this Sunday but the one after. So can't wait till you see the fabric for that, because we've had that planned out for a few months now, and Phoebe's been working on some incredible cards to go with this whole theme. So I'm really excited to make the fabric up and show you what I have in mind. So something a little bit different, and really exciting to be getting our last winter box out there before the spring arrives here in Australia. So before I get started on the fabrics again, I need to tell you what I'm wearing. This is the cardigan I made from last month's July bespoke box, which was the Woodland Retreat. It is the candy cardigan from Sinclair Patterns. Such a nice soft floaty cardigan without being too thick, but really nice and lovely to feel. And the blouse I have underneath the shirt is the Ocean Daze oversized shirt from Pattern Emporium, and this is in the Italia Jupe fabric, which I just adore the colours in this. It's just beautiful. And if you haven't checked out our website this week, we are kind of celebrating the whole Paris Olympics theme. Have you been watching it? We have been glued to it. I know it's not live here because a lot of it, time difference works out not very well for us. But we have been watching a lot of the heats before bed and then waking up to find all the amazing gold medals, or medals in general, that Australia has been winning. We've been doing so well. And I've got to say, the girls are really pulling their weight this time. The girls on the team are just shining through. So we have really enjoyed watching the Olympics. So to celebrate the Paris Olympics, we are having a Paris Olympics sale, and a lot of our French fabrics are discounted only until this Sunday. So you'll see a lot of things are reduced up to 40%. Head over to the website, check out the sale, and of course we do ship internationally as well. There are so many beautiful Lise Taylor, Atelier Jupe, Cosette fabrics marked down, and that will be until Sunday night. So yeah, go and check that out and get yourself a good saving. We love our French fabrics. And of course, Atelier Jupe is a Belgian brand. There are a couple of European brands in there too. They're not all French brands on sale, but the majority are, because of course you guys love your French fabrics. Another drop we had in this week was a restock on a very popular pattern called the Seasons of East Summer in New York dress. Now that we've been waiting for a box of those. We've just done a reorder because a lot of you are on the wait list for those. That is a spectacular dress, very dramatic low plunging V-neck. I've made one myself, and I made a wearable twill but never got around to making the actual dress because the wearable twill turned out pretty well beautiful, so I'm really happy with that. But I really want to make another one for heading into spring summer. It's a really classic, really lovely shape dress and perfect for showcasing a beautiful woven fabric. So they have been restocked. And of course, the prim irons have been walking out the door. There's only a couple left if you're wanting a prim iron. Those mini irons are fabulous. I've been using mine all week. Last week's new arrivals episode, we gave you all a demo on that so you can see exactly how powerful that little iron is. So nothing like those tiny little irons that they used to have years ago that didn't really do much. These have got a lot more grunt and a lot more kind of power for doing all your pressing open your seams. And I think one of the daughters actually ironed a pair of pants with just iron like normal. So you can do that, but they take up a lot less room on the ironing table. So great response to those prim irons. So talking about Deadstock, I think most of you know what Deadstock is, but if you don't understand what Deadstock is, it is basically surplus leftover fabric from a lot of the designer houses or big fashion brands when they have excess of fabric. Instead of it going to waste, a lot of suppliers will take on that fabric and repurpose and sell it to smaller boutiques and suppliers for fabric. So that way you are, it's more sustainable, there's less waste, and you can get some really beautiful brand fabrics. And of course, we don't know what the brands are. They don't tell us that, but I think a lot of people figure out or can do some research and find out. Sometimes they might come up with a print and decide it's not what they were looking for, so they'll move on to something else. So all those sort of fabrics are then repurposed and put out into the textiles world so we can take advantage of some beautiful quality fabrics. Of course, the Italian fabrics, apparently these are sourced from the Como district in Italy and are some beautiful high quality prints. So I have already picked a few out that I'm just like, oh, I can really see something in this. There's quite a few, but that is if they last long enough, because as in like the block print quilted fabrics that walked out the door, I didn't even manage to get myself any, but we are getting more. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I have a lot of people on the wait list for those quilted block print fabrics, and next time when we get them in, I can show you there are some people that have made some beautiful items of clothing, so I'm going to show you guys the pics of what I've seen people do. So getting back to the Italian Deadstock, so this one is a beautiful cobalt blue or electric blue leopard print. It's called Electrica, and you'll see they've all got Italian names. It's actually a beautiful white viscose fabric. You don't often see animal print in the bright, vivid colours. Of course, the blue is just a favourite from so many of my customers. I find that when I get blue in, it generally doesn't last long because a lot of people find it a really nice, flattering colour to wear. So a really lovely one. I can see something like maybe a Lyra shirt dress from Tilling the Buttons, or maybe another Ocean Daze oversized shirt like what I'm wearing. I think these fabrics, you can do so much with being 100% viscose. So basically that is the blue. It is stunning. I can even see one of those new Nell dresses from Tilling the Buttons. We still need to restock. I think there's one left in store. We cannot keep up with how amazing they've sold. Even I think this one is called Some Like It Hot. It's the red colorway. It has a slightly smaller leopard print, but this one is really, really different because it's got the matte side on one side and the silky side on the other, which is just beautiful. You could do either way, but this again is a very viscose, really, really nice, substantial weight viscose. And also I think this one would be incredible in the Mason Fauve Cuba Libre dress, which is just beautiful one of our most popular dresses that we've had in stock. And the beautiful Emily from Mason Fauve showcased that dress in a boho inspired photo shoot in a really nice cream lace. But if you love a good solid print, this, I'm gonna hold it up so you can see. It's a really, really pretty fiery red, like a vermilion red, really, really lovely color. But oh my goodness, when I saw this, I'm like, yes, this is a statement print. This one is a stunning jersey knit. It's a slightly silky but really nice, like a matte feel. So it's not satiny silky. Yeah, it's like a matte finish, but it's a jersey. So it is called Bellissimo, and I've already started selling this one. As soon as I saw it, I thought that is definitely a me fabric. I could see a kilo wrap dress in this, or maybe even a pair of palazzo pants from Pattern Emporium. Would be stunning. But look at the print in that. It is just gorgeous, and it does look a really high-end designery print, because I think the use of colour is so unusual with the plum and the red and the turquoise and that creamy ivory colour with that floral print, but really, really unusual floral print. So, you know, it's not, the Italian designer stock is very different to a lot of the other fabric prints. You get some more subtle, more delicate prints in a lot of the French designs. Sometimes Cosette come out with a really bold design, and of course Atelier Jupe have more of a bold aesthetic to their prints, but these are really, really different. I'll show you the stretch in this one. Of course, being a jersey knit, they are fabulous. They've got good stretch and recovery. So you've got your horizontal stretch and your vertical, really good stretch and really lovely drape as well. This is another beautiful viscose jersey, and it is an incredible classic, really classy print. It's called A Touch of Milan. I'm going to show you again the stretch in that. This one is, of course, a bit more drapey than the other one. So really nice and stretchy, but look at the drape in that. You know what would look amazing in that? A wrap dress, of course, like a cashmerette Appleton dress will look incredible. The Westcliff dress from Friday Pattern Company is another fabulous wrap dress. If you don't want a physical total wrap around here, you want the top half to look wrapped over, that is fabulous. It's also the Miri dress from Wardrobe by Me Patterns is another really lovely wrap dress with that faux kind of wrap. So just the top wrapped and not the skirt, which is a bit more practical sometimes, isn't it? So that one's A Touch of Milan, and that's, I think that's a really deep black or navy. Oh, it really could go either. I'll show you guys up close. But it's got a nice kind of a red dot through and a diamond print. I think it's definitely navy. Really deep ink navy, so that one is gorgeous. And then we've got another knit. This one is Terrazzo Trail. This one is a definite dry touch viscose jersey, and you've got your greens, chocolates, blacks and whites, horizontal stretch and your vertical stretch. Viscose dry touch jerseys are fabulous, really good for t-shirts, for a drapier style t-shirt. Even a top with a cowl neck. I think the new Love Notions dress would be amazing in this too, with that cowl, that soft draping cowl neck would be beautiful. But again, a really nice wraparound tie wrap dress with some boots would look incredible in that one. I absolutely love this because you know how much I adore green, but it is a beautiful viscose blend. It has a gorgeous silky texture, but look at the color. It's got the gold throughout it. Really, really pretty gold flecks and the greens throughout it as well. And I think something like a pussy bow style blouse would be amazing in that, or even a duster style over jacket. I could even see a satiny bias cut skirt would be really nice in that. So being the viscose blend, it gives it a little bit of stability. It's a bit easier to sew with than just a regular silky satin. That one's called Florentine Courtyard, so it's got a kind of a vintage aesthetic to it, but really, really happy with that one. And I think I could definitely see a bias cut skirt with a nice, simple, solid colour top with that one. And this is the first one I picked out, actually. It is so lovely because I could see it for summer sewing or even autumn, winter because of the colours. You've got the really nice brights as well as some chocolate brown background. It's called Dreaming of Capri. It's got a really nice turquoise element and the sort of chartreuse, the olive green and the brown, but that would be stunning in a tiered dress for summer, something nice and floaty, maybe something with a strappy style would be beautiful, or a puff sleeve would be gorgeous as well. So if you want something nice and floaty for heading to summer, or even a really lovely puff sleeve shirt would be beautiful in that too. Have a look at the colours in this. It's called Viola Skies, and it has a slightly retro aesthetic. It's got a really lovely print with magenta, beautiful violet and purples in there, light and dark. If you love a purple and magenta together, this one will be for you. I think that would be amazing in a shirt style dress. So maybe something like your Atelier Joux Patilda shirt dress would be incredible. Maybe the named Rita shirt dress would be really nice as well. So sometimes it's really nice to have a shirt dress to show off a bold print and kind of almost like tone it down a little bit with the shirt style element being a classic style. So yeah, I can really see that in a shirt dress. I think that would be really, really lovely. So it's a nice viscose as well. They're mainly all viscose. This one is so different and beautiful. It's called Positano Waves. I don't normally see a lot of that, like a cobalty or electric blue with the black and white. It gives it a really nice crisp, fresh look, like a modern look to it. And the floral itself is really unusual. It's got some nice big bold prints. It has a slightly kind of a Matisse inspired print on there, but nice and big and bold. And it has a really lovely feel. It's a viscose crepe, but really substantial and not too bubbly and soft and light. So you'll see that it has a really nice floatiness, but I think that would be incredible also in a shirt style dress, or just even a nice duster, like a Joti duster from So Different Patterns. The paper cut array dress is one that Phoebe and I were looking at, saying how incredible it would be to show off a big bold print. Has so many options and for different lengths, but also for your sleeve. You can do a bishop sleeve or a big kind of a bell shape sleeve. So I just love that. And that's another one you can take through from, you know, all seasons as well, because of your depth and nice rich colour, so saturation in that. Two more to go. We've spoiled for choice with prints, aren't we, today? This one is for all the horse lovers out there, the Equestria print. And you'll know that a lot of the high-end designers do a lot of horse inspired print, as far as like chains and saddles and stirrups, bridles. They incorporate that into their designs. I think Ralph Lauren had one recently with saddles. I'm not sure who this designer is, because of course we don't get told, but it is stunning. So it's a directional print because the saddle is facing upright, but it has a really, really nice kind of grid pattern. It is, again, a viscose, a nice sort of dry touch viscose. You've got your black background with your tan saddles throughout it. But that one would be incredible, again, in a shirt style dress, even something like the assembly line tunic. That one would be amazing. Also in a long line A-line skirt, maybe with a plain black top as well. So really unusual, nice drape as well, but definitely has that high-end look with the saddles and the equestrian style prints, of course, are very much in at the moment. You'll find them everywhere. Now, the last one I have to show you is a really pretty viscose with a silky texture. It's called Rosetta Teal, and it has a really lovely, almost vintage inspired rose print throughout it with the burgundy and the black and a bit of white. But that one would make such a pretty dress for going out for the evening, or a really nice shirt. The new Clayton shirt from Starlight Patterns is another beauty. It has lots of options. It's also got the option for that kind of pussy bow style tie neck. The option for the long pointed collar. Again, that would look fantastic in that saddle print one, the Clayton shirt with the vintage style collar. The long pointed collars are really different, because normally for a vintage shirt, you know, you think of the wide collar, but these are the long kind of pointy narrow collars that are coming in everywhere. I've seen a lot of shirt dresses at the moment. They're all tending to go for the pointy collars and the puff sleeves. So it's a real look at the moment. Love the thought of doing a lot with these fabrics, and of course being able to pop them out into the world without them going to waste, because so many beautiful designer fabrics, I'm sure, people have made them and enjoyed having that feel and a sense of luxury that you wouldn't normally get hold off. So a wonderful array of prints. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Deadstock fabric. Would you like to see more of it in store? Is it your kind of thing? What do you think about the fact that it's being repurposed and put out there? I love the fact that we can source fabrics from Europe and get over here in Australia, because we don't always get the choice here. So the more things I can get for you guys in here that are different to what you can find locally, I think it's really, really nice to give you guys that option. And don't forget, everything I've spoken about today is linked in the description box. We have our online store, the Sewciety.au, there where you can go ahead and purchase. We send anywhere in the world as well as Australia and New Zealand. If you spend over $200, you do get free shipping here in Australia. If you have made a purchase and it hasn't been sent yet, we are happy to combine post. Just send me an email and I'm happy to give you a code there that you can add on and take postage off, because that way it saves you guys a bit of money as well. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week and we'll see you soon with some new makes. I'm sure there's plenty of things I haven't shown you yet, which I'm dying to talk about. Maybe some plans heading into some spring sewing, which would be fabulous. Take care. Happy sewing. We'll see you soon. Bye.